think it was.
Sheesh.
Dude, so bringing it back to modern times,
Yeah.
someone like NBA Youngboy has just recently encountered that crux where he is saying like, look what I done did. They got me. Look at all the things that I've been rapping about.
Yeah.
Like, how do I know that somebody bumping my shit in their car didn't go out and hurt somebody? And he was like visibly shaking when he was talking about it. And so he knows, and he's now aware. He's like, I'm not going to be able to right all of my wrongs, but I'm going to be able to clean up as much as I possibly can while I'm here, you know? And it's so, yeah, shadow work, personal growth, self-development, boom. Let's button that one.
Let me button it with what I was coming with. The first topic of my thought process in the conversation with Roland Akinduru. Did I pronounce that wrong? Enough?
Yeah,
wrong
that's
enough?
Akinduru.
Akinduru?
That's how you do it in like Nigerian and African.
There we go.
Akinduru.
And see, this is what I'm gonna get to, because we're talking about the dark side. We're talking about the shadow work. We're talking about the ugly side. We're talking about our ancestors. And I want to talk about black and white culture. Okay. And the concept that it's not colored. The concept that it's not actually real. That it's binary. That it's ones and zeros falling on a screen. You know? It's black and white culture. Is that African culture? Is it Nigerian? Is it in what European ancestry are you, by the way? I forget. Austrian.
Österreich.
That's what I'm saying. So is white culture Austrian culture? Is black culture Nigerian culture? Where the fuck does this shit come from?
Right.
You know, so that's where I want to button
the self-growth and move on to the next topic.
Yes, because
Transition,
it's a kind
segue.
of a root chakra type of survival, like heavy thing, the darkness. Let's move out of it.
Yeah. All right, that's a
move,
good thing.
And move up.
What
from
better
there.
people to talk about it?
A black and white person.
Than like literally mixed race dudes. You know what I mean?
So,
like
right?
we are.
That's
like,
right.
in
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
And I deeply identify with both cultures. A lot of people, that I speak to that are like mixed race or that are whatever the hell, and it sucks talking about race on planet Earth when it's like, dude, there's so many other freaking planets. It's like, you guys realize that like there's other motherfuckers that are about to like come and be like, yo, dog, you guys are all one thing, dude.
Bro, let me just say right now, like even on this planet, all the species on this planet are unique, like intelligent creatures.
Right.
When an elephant can write Chinese, when a horse can learn Morse code, when a dog can do the little button thing and speak to you and shit.
Yeah,
bro,
transpermia, man.
Exactly. Like I just don't believe that all these animals and these plants and these fungi and these crystals are just dumb.
We're is a hierarchy.
Too. But we're one species, right? Homo sapien sapien, same, not different.
Yeah.
And so that goes back to the eugenics thing and how there aren't even races. So yeah, I feel you with the sentiment where I hate to make it about race.
But the shadow element of it is like calling
people
a pig
understand
what it is.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's how they see it.
You have to engage in the fact that, all right, you know what, there's nothing else like, oh, like the people that identify, yo, I'm just white, that's why I can't do this, or dog, didn't you see him jump? It's because he's black, blah blah blah, or he can rap, that's because he's black, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Like that exists. You know what I mean? That sentiment exists.
Of course. And even if it's a lie, someone said it.
Right. Fortunately, I've been able to deeply identify some people, right, that I speak to. They don't find their place, right? They don't know how to, like, they feel out of place here. Not black enough for the black people, or not white enough for the white people. They don't find their place, right? And I noticed that I found my place linguistically, right? Because I remember getting pulled over one time, and the cop was just like straight up, like just getting ready, like just like, I'm gonna motherfucking like rip the next person out of the car. I don't like the way they look. And boom, boom, boom. He was like walking up, and then I had my hands on 10 and 2, and I was like, I'll never forget it. I remember being like, "Hello, officer. How can I help you this evening?" And just like his whole disposition just changed. He was just like, you remind me of my kid, bro. Like, it was just like that kind of thing. Just like, I just put on a character, but at the same time,
bro, what's that line? I'm an abnormality.
Anomaly.
Anomaly. he just bust the anomaly on him. He's like the cop was walking up, manifesting.
Yeah, just projecting,
just weaving his reality in front of him, like this is gonna be this and this is gonna be that, and then Roland's just like glitch.
I had a bandana on, I had gloves, my whip was like falling apart, I had rims, like everything, like he was getting ready to be like, he knew, he was like,
bro, the wise man knows that like, he knows nothing.
He was like, I'm taking this to jail, bro, like that's how he was thinking. And then when I turned up and looked at him, he just broke down. It was like, get out of here, dog. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Get the. I didn't sign up for this.
Like, hello, officer. I'm gonna help you. You know, like that, right?
Right. But I plead the fifth.
but beside the point, like I've always deeply identified with both cultures. Like I super got into all of the things that traditionally have been considered white culture, right? Like
aren't they the
nerd
same
culture? That's the thing.
Aren't they the same?
They are.
Black and white culture are the same thing.
Now it's like this amalgamation, this fusion, like where everybody just
I feel like
are you internet or are you not?
I feel like it's been the same thing for so long. When I look at history as like a history and economics person, I get into the definitions of words and the etymology, and I go back into where it came from, and I look at African culture when it first became Black culture and the whole slave trade and whatnot,
right.
and European indigenous culture when it first became white culture with the fall of Rome and the whole dark era nonsense. I think that they totally coincide right around the Mediterranean, where you have these like gold peddlers in Africa and in Europe that are like high class. I look good, flashy, people carry me around and shit. I domesticate animals and all this stuff. And then there's the so-called peasants. Yeah, there's the clout, and then there's the peasants.
Yeah, the clout demons and the clout chasers.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's black and white culture. Right, that's it. That's like the rednecks and the Wall Street. You know, right. It's like the hood and fucking the house. Yeah, the house Negro, It's like you always have that, and the house Negro's always working with, he's always being the Uncle Tom, working with that Wall Street guy, and the redneck is always out there in the field, cracking the whip, on the fucking field homies.
No, 100%.
So,
but here's the weird part, like as far as like being that chameleon or traversing, like I'm talking about like being in like a cell, like in the gang unit, playing chess with a Crip, and being like, "Damn, cuz you got me," you know what I mean? Or vice versa. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, it's like
really identifying.
Yeah, you're plugging right back into the Matrix. Like, I got work to do up in here. Like, this is why I haven't left the fucking desert yet. Like, I want to go live in a forest. Sounds nice. But, there's work to do. There's work to do in this Matrix. Yeah. So, we shouldn't retire too early. We should retire, though, eventually. Yeah. But
then there's a fusion of other cultures as well, which I can't really speak on too much, because I can only speak on, that nurture, right? The culture that I've been inundated with, But it's been really a deep dive into all things, of both sides of the coin, of the same coin, of like you were saying, they are both the same in a way, two sides of the same coin. Now here's the thing: you cannot pick Becky from Ohio State and put her on O Block and be like, yo, do your thing. You fit in, right? Oh, you good, Becky? All right, late. Have a good one. I'll see you tonight. I'll pick you up tonight later on. Nah, it's not gonna go. It's just not gonna go. So there is that differentiation that needs to be made.
But to me, I feel like you could take the chick from the trailer park and throw her on O Block, and she'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
But like there's some upstate homies. Like I was born in Brooklyn. Flatbush is a lot different than Buffalo. You know what I mean? Like Brooklyn, New York City, Manhattan is a lot different than the Bronx. Right. So it really is like a nurture thing. Well, it's what you're inundated with. It's what you're,
This is why someone like a Vicky, what was it? Like Yo Vicky or whatever it is. That's really her. People don't realize that they're hating on her. Like, why are you talking like that? Blah 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 blah.
That's just her.
That is actually her. Yeah. Like, there's no way, about it. Same kind of thing with what's that? What Catch Me Outside? Daniel Bergoli.
Catch Me Outside.
She grew up on the internet. The internet kind of fused, and it like the dominant culture rose to the top, and within the last 10 like decades or so, it just happened to be more hip hop oriented. It happened to be more street, happened to be more hood. The things that are hood are the funnier things. Like it just happened to be that way. So now you have like someone who's like 13, 14. They're literally in like the suburbs, right? But they're listening to NBA YoungBoy, they're listening to Chief Keef, they're listening to you know, whoever the
Catch Me Outside, Ski Mask.
Right.
The Slump God.
So yeah. They're listening to X. Like X was like a huge influence on a lot of these kids that had nowhere to go, and he's just saying, study the laws of the universe. You know, like the Mystic Quadrant system, or not the Mystic Quadrant system. What was the system that he was advocating?
Fuck it, study the Mystic Quadrant.
Yeah, study the Mystic Quadrant system anyway. That's for me. That's what the Final G told you.
That's what Final G told you to do. And then go look up what X told you to do too.
Yeah. On top
for
of
extra credit.
Yeah. XXX.
Hey,
RIP, man.
Get those extra trophies, bro.
Yeah.
Get those extra achievements, because you know. Gotta get them extra points. So we're moving on to the next point, though.
Self-development. We tapped into race a little bit.
We're gonna get into the actual colors soon.